A lot of students like in this batch, in the upcoming batches with whom I interact, they talk about one thing: getting zoned out, getting drained out, not feeling interested to continue the studies or to cover the syllabus just by looking at the syllabus, and also just by not understanding everything from the textbooks. So how was your feeling, overall experience in the entire previous like 4 to 5 months when you were preparing? If there is any ups and downs in your preparation, how did you overcome it? So they are the one who are with the reel. It's okay. It's okay, well, reel. Okay, fine. So to begin with, let us start about your journey. Do you now feel that you wanted some extra time for this exam, or whatever time that you dedicated, it's fine? Like, okay, you can cover everything. I should thank your senior, like, who has got you the course for. Like, did you pay him or not? Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Tell us about the subject-wise preparation. So let's start with the genetics, the plant breeding, microbiology, plant pathology, seed technology, and tell me like how exactly was your strategy for this preparation of this both subjects.
With Agri-Addict, you can crack JRF just in 3 months. I can say that like booze is the secret of our energy, Agri-Addict is the secret of our success.
Oh, that's
And
like a very
I'm
catchy
sure
line.
Agri-Addict will be the secret of your success too.
So hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel Agri Edit. So we are with the second podcast for the plant science students who are giving the exams in the upcoming days. So today we have two important, very special guests, the students of IRI, so who have cracked these exams of 2025 in the ICAR PG Plant Sciences. So today they are here to share their experience, their strategies, and also their entire journey on how they have cracked this exam. And a very proud moment that they are the students of our Agreed master course in the batch of 2025 from the plant sciences. First of all, before we discuss everything in detail, this podcast will be very engaging and informative to all the students who will be giving the exams in the batch of like in the upcoming years. So in this we'll be discussing everything in detail, and we will be getting to know about like how exactly they prepared for these exams, were there any secrets in their preparation which helped them to secure the good rank, and what are the strategies for the different subjects. Everything in detail we will be knowing about them. So before we start, let's have their introduction. Yeah, please.
Hello everyone, I am Pratyusha from Andhra Pradesh. I finished my UG in Agricultural College Bapatla under Angru. I have secured 43rd rank with 356 marks in ICAR PG under Plant Sciences, and now I am pursuing MSc in Plant Pathology
From IR in New Delhi.
from IR in New Delhi.
Okay.
Hello everyone, I'm Spurti. I'm from Karnataka. I did my undergraduation from College of Agriculture Hanmanmatti, subcampus of University of Agriculture Science Dharwad. I got All India rank 17 in JRF Plant Sciences. Currently, I am in Division of Genetics, IRI New Delhi.
Okay. So they are the one who are with the reel. It's okay. It's okay, well, a reel. Okay, fine. So to begin with, let us start about your journey. I won't be asking the same questions again and again, which I asked for the other toppers too. It's about the journey, like how it started and when did you like how, why MSc and all. So you might be having your same reasons. I feel like based on introduction, the reasons were same. So that's why I'm not going to ask that. So let's start. First of all, you have secured All India 43 rank. So for this, like how much time you have exactly dedicated to this exam? Just let us know.
I started around November end, but I dedicated 3 to 4 months.
Okay, it was just 3 to 4 months of your time that you dedicated for this exam.
Yeah, like completely 3 to 4.
Okay, do you now feel that you wanted some extra time for this exam, or whatever time that you dedicated, it's fine? Like, okay, you can cover everything.
If I had 1 or 2 more months, then it would be sufficient.
Okay, it will be more helpful for you. Okay, Spurti, what about you? All India 17, like how much time you have dedicated for this exam to crack it?
I started my preparation in the last week of August, but dedicatedly I prepared for 5 to 6 months.
Okay, so almost like for one student it is like 3 to 4 months of rigorous preparation, and the other student it is almost same, like 4 to 5 months of rigorous preparation, but they have like different time of starting. Okay, I'm also curious to know about like when was the time that you entered into the platform of Agri Addict, and when you enrolled for this course, and what was the story behind that? So I think like there is some interesting story with Pratisha. That's why I'm asking this question. Yeah, please.
Yeah, I actually enrolled in December. Actually, I did not enroll. One of my senior, he took the course and he told me after taking the course that I already enrolled in Agridic Master course. And yeah, that's how it happened.
So before that, were you knowing about the platform, or were you planning to take course?
No, actually, before that, I did not know that there is a platform called Agridic at all.
Okay.
I was even confused, should I go for MSc or not?
Okay, I should thank your senior, like who has got you the course for. Like, did you pay him or not? Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, yes or no?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, fine. So, what about you, Spurti? Like, how did you like plan to, or when was the time that you decided to take the course, and when you took it, and what was the story? If there's anything.
Not like that. I took Agric Master course on August 5th, 2024.
Okay, so it was based on like how did you came to know about the platform? As Pratisha was mentioning, like she was not knowing about the platform. There was a heartbreak actually. But what about you?
My senior suggested me.
Acha, okay. So after that, you took the course and your preparation, I guess, like most of for both of you, like your preparation actually started after taking the course rigorously.
Yes.
Now, tell us about the subject-wise preparation. Let us talk directly, like directly, we'll dive into the subjects, like how you prepared for the different subjects. Okay, that's what we're going to discuss. Let's start with genetics, plant pathology, plant breeding, microbiology, seed technology, and we'll compile everything of minor and general agriculture into one part, and you can convey like how you prepared for it. So let's start with the genetics.
I started preparing for genetics even before taking the course, and after taking the course, I was attending all live classes without missing single live class, and I was simultaneously going with Hariprasad sir notes, and I was referring BDC.
Okay, so this was a combination, the BD Singh, the classes and the notes.
Yes.
Okay, it was very simple. Okay. What about you?
It took me 1.5 to 2 months to cover genetics along with the live classes. I referred BD Singh by skipping many topics under the guidance of Hariprasad sir. And Agadic notes are more helpful. It compiles most of the things from other textbooks also.
Okay, fine. So if you remember, I want like just a quick question. Like when was the time like you finished the genetics with me? Since you mentioned that you attended the like live classes.
It was February, Jan, and
Achha, it was January actually. Like in the January,
Yeah,
like we
second.
in the last year, like we in the second week of January, we completed the
yeah.
genetics. You don't remember it? Okay. So it was like unpaid promotion for this genetics. Particularly, they mentioned about me and about the classes. Okay, thank you so much that they helped you. So with respect to genetics, this is how it is, like a standard textbook plus the classes and the notes that actually I should say this, the notes that I have provided, it is like compiled for not only from the BDCs, so whichever topics are difficult from the BDCs, I try to go with some other sources, some other standard reference books. From there I compile the information. Anyhow, like they were bit unlucky that they got all in soft copy, they had to refer in the laptop or the mobile screen. But for you people, so we are coming up with the textbooks, like we are coming up with the handbook of AgriEdit for every subject, starting with the genetics. Genetics will be the first subject that will be launched very soon, so that will definitely help you in recapping the things and in the revisions. Okay, so next, the plant breeding.
So for plant breeding, I have referred Kundan Singh, and I was attending Harvijay Tejas sir's classes.
Okay, what about you, Spurti?
For plant breeding, I referred plant breeding principle and methods by BD Singh till self-incompatibility. After that, I referred Agadic notes and also Harvijay sir classes. They are more helpful.
Okay, so I wanted to ask this question. Like a lot of students actually ask me. So every time now, like just they see the recordings of the previous year batch of the current year. They say, sir, like in the plant breeding, there were like very minimum number of classes compared to genetics. They always try to compare the genetics classes with the plant breeding classes. In the genetics, the classes are like around 55, 56, but the plant breeding classes, I guess, like it is 25 or so. So they always say, sir, like plant breeding classes, they are good, but I don't think like they are up to the mark or they are covered in detail. So what's your comment on this?
They are up to the mark and they are more than enough. Like in plant breeding, they'll ask most of the questions are surface level. Like in genetics, they are in analytical way. So for plant breeding, if you are referring Harvijay sir class and Abhishek sir's revision class and Agadic notes, it's more than enough.
Okay, fine. This is about the plant breeding. Okay, next about the microbiology. So I skipped your main department, plant pathology. Let's start with plant pathology.
So for plant pathology, I have only referred agraric notes, nothing else.
Okay, so being from Anglo, why not Anglo notes?
Since I have already studied for my semesters, I did not thought.
Oh, okay. So Spurti, how was your preparation for plant pathology? So I should ask this because see, a lot of students consider like plant pathology to be like one of the toughest subjects apart from genetics. These are the only two subjects which haunts the students when they are preparing for the plant sciences. They feel that genetics and the plant pathology are the one which the syllabus is too vast and there are not a single book. Yes, anyhow for genetics there is a single book, but for plant pathology there is a major concern. So how was your preparation for this?
For plant pathology, I referred angry notes plus agriadic notes. Like don't skip the angry notes also because most of the time they'll ask older classification. So be perfect with both old and new classifications.
Okay. So any other books other than this Anglo materials and the aggregate notes?
HC Dubé, textbook of bacteria, fungi, virus by
Okay.
HC Dubé.
Let's keep it in the order. the first part, the introduction to the pathogens, like regarding the classification part and the introduction part, everything from the HCWA plus Angro
Angry
notes
notes.
and plus aggregate notes, all of three in combination.
Like if you are referring the angry notes, you will cover older classification, and in agriadic notes, you will cover both older and new classification.
Plus HCWA will help you to get the basic knowledge about all the
Like
microorganisms.
for
That will-
assertion reasoning questions, HCW will help you.
Okay. So this was the first part, like one part of plant pathology. What about the diseases part? Disease part of agriculture crops, horticulture crops, overall compiled. Like how did you cover it?
Okay, I covered diseases part from angry notes and USD notes and agriadic notes. Like agriadic notes are most short and crisp.
So it's because like I understand from the discussion with the mentors, like whoever has like thought or dealt these topics, like they used to mention that this diseases part, we don't have like any standard textbook which has like all the diseases compiled with all the lot of information. So whenever like we used to prepare the notes, like we have compiled the information from the different sources, and that's how I feel like it was more than sufficient to read the diseases part from our notes. Okay.
And also, most of the questions are from live class of Pralvika ma'am. She mentioned many topics that might be asked in JRF, and they are the one in the question paper.
Okay, that's nice. Fine. So this is about the plant pathology. So we are keeping it crisp, and also like they have kept it crisp. It's not like they have used like a lot of resources to study. And to be very honest, they already mentioned that it was like 4 to 5 months of the sincere preparation. In of course, like if it is 4 to 5 months, how many books like one can read? Okay, next like let's talk about the minor subjects. Let's club both microbiology and sea technology and tell me like how exactly was your strategy for this preparation of this both the subjects.
So for microbiology, I have attended few classes of Ujjwal sir, and I have referred agriadic notes completely. And for C technology, it's totally Hariprasad sir notes and classes.
Okay, so nothing else, no textbooks for that? No
Nothing.
Tarun Kapoor?
Nothing.
No RL Agarwal?
No,
So
sir.
what do you think after attending the exams? Like very regretting of not like skipping it, or it was fine?
No. It was fine. The agriadic notes is like enough for the exam, and C technology notes it's a bit lengthy.
Okay, it's but lengthy. Like she was always complaining about this, that in C technology, like whatever information that you have given, like it is much more than required. Anyhow, like I mentioned everything in the live class that what is important, what is not required, but still she feels like for revision, if someone is like ahead of the live classes or the recorded classes, they want to just like focus on the revision part, and if they open the PDF, because of the number of pages in the PDF, like they don't feel interested. So let's see like what we can do on this, and we'll try to compile it and cut short it for the upcoming batch. And also the C technology book is also on pipeline, and it will be obviously like, out or published within next 1 or 2 months. So like that's what I'm assuming, and let's see like how it goes. Okay, what about you?
For minor subject, I completely relied on agriadic notes and live classes, and I went for Taro and Kapoor for once or twice reading. But agriadic live classes for microbiology and sea technology are more than enough for JRF.
Okay. So in the previous podcast of with Ayan, I also mentioned like Spurti. If you are watching this and you have also watched the previous podcast of the plant sciences, I mentioned the name of Spurti. She's a Spurti. She told about the trichoderma that came in the exams that Ujjwal actually explained in the class. Okay.
In revision series.
Okay. Fine. So this was all about the major subjects. It's very cut short and crisp, right? So we have covered everything, and this is how we are prepared for it. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So next, talking about the minor subjects, like let's include the minor subject with general agriculture and tell us overall, apart from the major subjects, which are like major subjects of plant sciences and minor, about like include the general agriculture and tell like how other subjects you prepared for.
Since among the minor subjects, crop physiology is a bit important, so I watched a few classes of agriadic of crop physiology, and remaining I did not prepare anything. I was entirely depending on my residual knowledge.
Okay. And about general agriculture, no time for general agriculture.
Yeah.
Acha. Don't take her as a like
Inspiration.
inspiration. Huh.
Don't.
Okay. Okay, don't take our entire story as inspiration, but don't skip my general agriculture. I seriously don't recommend it. So, but still, since like she was having a lack of time, so she was only wanting for to first cover the major subjects. So that's how like she was not able to do it. If I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. What about you?
I suggest don't skip general agriculture, because general agriculture questions are most of the questions are direct. They are like do or die. If you know the answer, you can answer that. Otherwise, you should skip them. So for general agriculture, I referred Nimrat Sunda. I recommend you to don't skip starting 150 pages before agro. For general agriculture, I referred Nimrat Sunda for stats part, and for CPH, I referred Sakimam classes of agriadic. And I feel if you are having any residual knowledge, then it's fine. Otherwise, go through Nimrat Sunda at least once Don't skip starting 100 or 150 pages before agronomy, because in that there are many schemes which are more important. They'll be asking these questions regularly in the exams.
Okay. So overall, like we completed all the different subjects in a very cut short way, and also like I feel no information is left out, and you have sufficiently explained everything that you have covered. Okay. So if I have to ask about any secret book, any secret tip or strategy that you had, like which helped you to crack this exams within this top rank, anything that you want to convey, any extra things other than the direct preparation?
No, I think my UG notes was helpful for me.
Okay, fine. So what about you, Spurti?
Obviously, only
Any X
agri
factor?
edict. No, only agri edict. With agri edict, you can crack JRF just in 3 months.
Or that's like very like controversial statement that you have made, but still like yes, of course it is possible if you are very dedicated and you are ready to invest your time on the right content. Then even in this 3 months, like if you have this 3 months, I'm not saying that you start from the preparation from the last 3 months, but by somehow you do not get time and you have only like very limited time, even with the 3 months of time you can definitely crack it. Okay, so let's talk about few other things other than the preparation. A lot of students like in this batch, in the upcoming batches which with whom I interact, they talk about one thing: getting zoned out, getting drained out, not feeling interested to continue the studies or to cover the syllabus just by looking at the syllabus, and also just by not understanding everything from the textbooks. So how was your feeling, overall experience in the entire previous like 4 to 5 months when you are preparing, and if there is any low, any ups and lows, and if there is any ups and downs in your preparation, how did you overcome it?
Since I have already mentioned, I started my preparation in December itself. But in the middle, it was like 3 to 4 months. I was completely zoned out. I did not even open book for a single day.
It was after genetics classes.
Yeah, after genetics classes and
Acha.
a few plant breeding classes.
Okay, fine. So what was the reason for that?
It was my rave, so it was so hectic.
Okay, same thing like I think many students are facing because of the laborious work. They
Yeah.
don't feel at all like interested to study. But what do you suggest?
So even if you don't find time to study, I would recommend you to go through live classes every day without missing. Even if you don't study, if you go through live classes, it will be easier in the last few months also.
So you mentioned like there was a gap of 2 to 3 months or max like 2 to 3 months, not exact. So when did you restart the preparation, and you had that confidence, like you had given so much of break, will you able to complete it or not? And what was the mindset after, like before restarting it? And what was your target?
Yeah. So before restarting, I was like really having so much self doubt that if I even remember genetics or not, because I studied it for like 2 3 times already. But still, I was self doubting if I remember that or forgot those things in these 3 months. I was so scared. But with agreedic notes, it was possible.
So how did you push yourself in the last 2 months? Since you mentioned about your self doubt, so what was your target? What you were targeting for the exam?
I just wanted to get JRF, nothing else. I did not even plan for IR in New Delhi.
Okay. And on the exam day, based on your overall experience on your preparation, overall journey, how was the mindset on your exam day?
I can't explain why, but on my exam day, it was like more chill than a regular mock test. I was giving it like not even with stress or something.
Oh, that might be helped you
Yeah, it
getting a
did.
good rank. Okay, fine. So Spurti, what about you?
Whenever I feel low and depressed, I used to watch IRI reels
Acha, okay.
so that we get motivated.
Hmm. So like last year students also suggested us to make some content in the IRI, like just show us like what is happening inside. I used to say that today's there is a feast, like tomorrow's there is a feast. So if there is some events, I used to like tell it in the class that I have that event, we have this event. So they were also mostly interested, and they were saying that yes, these things actually motivate us to just continue our preparation and also to get into IRI. But unfortunately, like we had to stop making content in IRI recently, but it's fine, like we'll restart it again sometime later. That was the case for you, like the lows, that confidence, only the solution was this.
Yeah.
Anything else other than that, that how you cope up with the getting drained out of studying?
No.
Nothing else. So what was the average hours of study that you were actually doing?
So in my ELP, I was getting more than 6 hours to study every day. And as I mentioned, in my RAVE, I was not getting any time. And then in the last 1.5 month, I was studying like more than 12 13 hours per day.
Okay, so coming to the last part about the revision, let's say like you have completed the syllabus like by skipping a few topics and just going with the live classes and the notes and the textbooks, everything sorted, like you have completed the syllabus. So how you planned for your revision and how much time you gave? Like in your case, like where there was a time for revision, or like it was like one time study for most of the things?
Actually, revision classes were going on of agredict in the last 1 month, but it was mostly like I was knowing the new things in those revision series.
Okay.
More like a new first time reading.
So it was almost like yours preparation entire is like one time or maximum two time reading,
Yeah, one time.
except like genetics. Like you had mentioned that you have gone through it like 2 to 3 times. Spurti, what about you?
I kept 3 months for revision: April, May, June. I feel revision is more important because it's not the matter of how much we study, it is the matter of perfection. And I went through agadic revision series, they are more useful and helpful. Like, don't, if you are the student of agadic, don't skip the revision series. Like in the at last we are tensed, we most of the students won't attend this revision series. Please don't do that. Attend all the revision series, marathon series. Like most of the questions are direct in JRF. What are discussed by mentors in revision series?
At least I guess like in this part you people are lucky, because I still remember it was in the month of May where we started our smart board classes, the first smart board that we got in, and we started the classes in that. From there, like we planned the revision series, like mostly the most expected question series were started, and was knowing somewhere at the around we need revision no matter like how good is the content and how best we do, still the revisions are mostly necessary, and we were able to come up with the revision series. We went with the most expected questions and we came up with the marathon series. Although like students were actually saying this marathon should be a bit early than the
Yes.
exams, but this time definitely it will be like very well planned and will be very structured. So all the students, like we will be giving it to you directly on YouTube channel, and we will plan some extra revision series to all our master course students, so that will help you in revising thoroughly without having any doubt on yourself. You will be smoothly able to cover everything from the revision series. Okay. So this is all about revision series, the number of hours you mentioned about textbooks, and also the overall preparation strategy. Fine. So what's your last message? If I have to ask about any message to all the upcoming aspirants who wants to prepare for this exam and for this particular subject of plant sciences, what is your message to the students?
So I want to say more than what toppers are doing, like more than knowing their strategies, you should be knowing what you should not be doing. Since everyone's strategies are different, it may work for you, may not work for you. But when you know what should not be done, then it will be more helpful. That's what I feel.
Okay. What about you?
A lot of students are having confusion to go, whether to go with agadic master course or not. If you ask me, I'll say if you are preparing self preparation, then definitely it will take 1 year or more than 1 year to prepare. But with agriadic, I'm sure that you will take 3 to 4 months to cover entire syllabus with revision. And also don't skip the mock test. Mock tests are very important. And revision series, as I mentioned, don't skip the revision series. I will suggest everyone to go through the live classes. They are more helpful than the recorded classes.
Fine. So I forgot, like I just forgot one more question, like one more question. So it was about the notes. Students also have this doubt. I get messages every other day. Like whenever the new students enrolls, they directly messages us, "Sir, I started now. I'm starting it now. I started attending the classes. They are fine. They are good. Like I'm feeling comfortable. But what about notes? I can't take the running notes. I had to again spend the time on writing the notes, whether it is necessary or whatever books that you are publishing. They are more than enough." So according to you people, since the whatever book we are publishing, that was already available as soft copy to you in the previous batch. So what do you suggest, and what was your case, like whether you prepared the notes or not?
Yeah, so I was thinking to mention about this. Everyone used to like take notes while class was going on, but I would recommend not to take, because everything which will be explained in the class, it will be there in the notes. So you will lose focus. You will focus more on writing instead of listening and understanding the topic. So if writing increases your concentration, and if it works for you, it's good.
Okay, and what about you? You prepared your own notes?
No, not
None of
at
the
all.
subject.
I started preparing genetics notes while reading BD Singh, but it did not work for me, so I skipped.
Okay. Spurti, what about you?
Yeah, I used to prepare my notes because handwritten notes are more useful and helpful during the revision. Like for genetics, I used to prepare notes by watching previous year recorded class. Then I'll be attending. I used to attend the live classes. I think it works for me.
For all subjects, like mostly you add notes.
For genetics and for plant pathology, I had my notes. And for CTech and for microbiology, I completely relied on agriadic notes. And for CTech, I had made one table, just writing all the numerical, and I pasted it above my study table.
Okay, so some questions might be like contradicting. So one topper is mentioning that no notes are not required. Someone like other topper is mentioning that yes, it is required. Just like she said, it depends on you. Like if you are able to remember everything in one go, then may not be the case that you need to spend the time on writing. But if you feel that focused or the concentration boosts up with writing, yes, then you can go for it. But ultimately, it is a matter of time, like how much time you have and how much you can cover. Based on that, you can decide. And for you people like previous year batch, I feel sorry for them because they were actually telling this a lot of times, sir, like studying from the pdfs, studying from the like the mobiles or the laptops, like it is draining out, like we need books to do it or the printed material. So last year I was trying my best, I literally tried my best to come up with the books, but of course like if we want to bring something with quality, that definitely demands time. So for this year, hopefully like we will be coming up with the books very soon. So for at least this year students, and from this year batch, the students has to not face this same problem that you people have faced. Okay.
I'll suggest you, if you are getting agriadic book, just go through the handbook of agriadic and live classes. It's more than enough.
Okay. So this was all about the conversation that I wanted to have with the toppers. Since like there are our students of the master course, just like the previous podcast that we had. So we wanted to like mostly focus on this course only, because in the all the previous podcasts, like what we used to do is like we used to ask generally, we used to not concentrate on the course or the experience with the course. But that is the why I wanted to have this podcast majorly concentrated towards the feedback about the course. How did you feel about it? And since like based on my conversation with them, like we were in touch for the last 1 year, so I exactly know like how they prepared and how they were oriented towards the studies. So that's why I feel like discussing with them about the course will be a lot more meaningful. And I hope like we have given you the sufficient idea about the course and also like how they prepared for with them. So if you are planning to prepare, and then definitely I would be suggesting you to go for the agreed master course. That will definitely help you, because if you have also seen the previous year results, like results doesn't come just out of luck. It is like the strategic preparation that the students will be doing, of course, plus the curated content that they are getting. Okay, so before you conclude, any last message to the audience, anything?
If you are starting now, don't be panic. It's just matter of your consistency and hard work. Don't worry, you'll get into IRI. Just be consistent and hardworking. I can say that like boost is the secret of our energy. Agriadic is the secret of our success.
Oh, that's
And
like a
I
very
damn
catchy
sure
line.
Agriadic will be the secret of your success too.
Okay, so that was very impressive. Like we had this podcast already. Like this is the second time we are recording this. So last time she mentioned about this line, I was like very much impressed with the line. I wanted to have it. Like I was desperate to listen it again. So yeah, we will make it a headline now. That was very catchy. Okay. What about you? Any catchy lines?
So as she already mentioned, even if you're starting your preparation now, do not panic, be chill.
Okay, so that's the final message from our toppers of 2025. So if you wanna prepare for this exam, if you are serious about getting into MSc, so the one-stop solution, Agreed Academy. So that's it from today's video. So I guess like we have sufficiently discussed each and everything. So still, if you have any questions to ask or if you have any queries to solve, so you can directly comment on this video. So if you are serious about preparing for the ICR exams going into the MSc, the one-stop solution for your preparation is Agri Academy. So prepare with us and you can be the next All India topper. Thank you so much for watching this video. Keep supporting, like, comment, share and subscribe this YouTube channel. So if you like the content that we provided. Thank you.